There are so many reasons why people all around the world hope to visit Romania. Some dream of exploring the jaw-dropping medieval castles, others desire to hike the stunning Carpathian Mountains, and many, like us, travel to Romania for the food. From the hearty, comforting flavors that reflect the country's rural traditions to the vast diversity of soups and pastries, the Romanian cuisine is one that will satisfy any lover of good food. Ever since landing in Bucharest last night, it has been a bit of a rocky start for us both here in Romania. First of all, when we landed, our rental car reservation actually fell through, so we're scrambling around trying to find another rental car. And then unfortunately, last night I got food poisoning after 2.5 years of not being sick on our travels. It's kind of inevitable when you're doing world travel, but even though we had those difficulties, the locals have been making us feel so at home, treating us like family, and we've been feeling the love and kindness for sure.
Yeah, Claire has been an absolute trooper. She is powering through because she really has been planning for this food tour for so long. She even contacted one of my old college friends. His name is Vlad, and he comes from Romanian heritage. And he recorded every single item on Claire's food to try list for us so that she can say the pronunciation right, and perhaps I can as well. So thank you, Vlad, for doing that.
But yeah, we're gonna go forth and try all these Romanian foods. They look absolutely delicious. Ever since coming to Bucharest, we've been very excited to try this bakery behind me called Luca, just because there have been so many billboards advertising it. Maybe it's because the locals actually love this place, or they need more customers. I have no idea. But looking at the long line that was outside of the bakery, I think it is well loved by the city. And so this here is Covrigi. It's essentially the Romanian pretzel. It is baked until it's golden brown. You can get so many different toppings. I went with the sesame seeds for the extra flavor. Ooh. It's nice and crispy on the outside and very chewy on the inside. The sesame seeds give it that little hint of sesame flavor. I'm a fan.
Yeah, it was a lot softer than I expected.
Yeah.
It's less pretzel-y in flavor, but still pretzel-esque. I like the shape as a pretzel, but it tastes like a chewy bread. You know what I mean? I like it. I could definitely dip it in some cheese or something though.
Speaking of cheese, they offered it with cheese or ham or Nutella or whatever else you want, so you don't have to eat it plain.
We just wanted the plain experience. Extra, extra, hear all about it. We have officially made it to Carpathian, and this restaurant is an institution here in Romania. It has been open since 1879. It has been welcoming tourists and locals alike for, what is that, over 150 years, which is just crazy. Obviously, this restaurant is more on the pricey side, but they have a lot of authentic dishes that we get to try, and they have even welcomed the Prince of Japan, the Rolling Stones, and I.L. Cargyle, they say on their menu. We actually got seated outside on their patio, which is very nice, but I want to show you guys the inside as well, just because it's so stunning.
First drink in Romania, and we've decided to go with a lemonade. I've been looking around and all the locals seem to have these little pitchers of what looks like lemonade, and so we decided to go for it. And this is an elderflower lemonade. Elderflower drinks are actually a very big part of traditional Romanian food, and so here we have it. That's incredibly tart. Very lemony, I will say, but there's like that slight floral hint of the elderflower behind the lemon.
So I just tried the elderflower lemonade as well, and it is very lemony. I really like lemonade and lemon in general, but this is like, whoa, like I need some aid after this lemonade. Oh, but I like it. I like the burn.
This might be the most intriguing item on the list today. This is Ciorbă de Burtă, and it is Romanian tripe soup. If you don't know what tripe is, it is cow's stomach. It doesn't look too scary, beautiful butter yellow color, but it comes with two sides. There's one that's a garlic sauce, and then we have one other sauce that is sour cream. And our server was saying that the locals like to put them both into the soup. It's known for having a very rich and tangy flavor, and I see that there are some red bell peppers as well. and there's the tripe. Growing up in Asian culture, I eat tripe all the time, right? But I've been told that this has a very, very, very strong flavor. So I'm bracing myself and going in with an open mind. Okay, the tripe tastes like the tripe I've eaten in my life. Let me get some sour cream, a little dollop, some garlic paste. It's like potion making. Mixy, mixy, mixy. I personally really like the texture of tripe. I like the chewiness. This one is actually even less chewy than the ones that I've grown up with in dim sum and in Asian culture. Goes down a lot easier. With the addition of the garlic and the sour cream, it tastes more like garlic and sour cream. But I love garlic and I love sour cream, so it's just like it's really bringing out the flavors even more.
This golden delicacy is known for curing hangovers. So in case you have too much, get yourself some tripe soup. Ooh, very rich. Yeah. Let me try a piece of tripe though.
Try the tripe.
I'm nervous about the tripe. I'm nervous about the tripe. It does look like the dim sum tripe, but more gelatinous because it's in a liquid. All right.
There's the tripe.
There it is. Whoa, bouncy. Very chewy. I didn't grow up with tripe, so I would say but the broth itself is really nice.
How about this? You eat all the red bell peppers and I'll eat all the tripe.
You don't want the red bell peppers?
I mean, I can eat that too, but then you have nothing left.
Fascinating soup. There's nothing like it. I've never had a soup like this. Quick pause as we say thanks to today's partner, Level 8. In case you've never heard of Level 8, they are a suitcase company with so many different options, and Claire and I recently picked up these two expandable suitcases with these front pockets. Claire got hers in champagne and I got mine in black, and altogether they have just been super useful because as you're going through security, you're able to open up this front pouch, which gives you access to your laptop and electronics, which is super important because that's typically the thing that slows us down the most. We have a lot of electronics, and being able to get to them really quickly allows us to get through security much faster. And what's nice about these suitcases being expandable is once we make it to a country, we typically like to pick up a few souvenirs and items, so we can actually pop this out and it gives us more room while we're traveling. Unlike some of the suitcases that you'll find online that can be upwards of like $300, this suitcase is more on the affordable side while still providing a quality bag that will surely last for years. So if you're looking for a reliable and affordable suitcase, check out the link in the description box below. We also have a discount code for 5% off your next purchase. Thanks again to Level 8 for supporting what we do, and with all that, back to the video. That Ciorbă de Burtă was such a wonderful start. I almost don't want to move on, but this also looks really, really good. So this is our friend Vlad's favorite dish from everything that we had on the list for today. And this is sarmale. It is cabbage leaves packed tight with some mincemeat on the inside, and then it's simmered slowly in a tomato-based sauce. And so it's just very, very fragrant, and sometimes they add some smoked bacon or ham to enhance the flavors further. And then back here, these little dollops of golden goodness is Mămăligă, and this is a yellow cornmeal that's very similar to polenta. I love the colors, the green, the orange, the yellow. Ooh, harder than I thought. Wow, very similar to polenta. Yeah, it like sticks all together. I thought it was gonna kind of press down like grits, but it is solid. This is said to be the comfort food of Romania. Look at all those layers of cabbage. And then the meat on the inside is a very bright, almost vermilion color. Homey and cozy. It's like a meatball wrapped tight with hugs from cabbage leaves. And the sour cream just gives it a little bit of that creaminess, and it holds it all together. I can see why you like it so much, Vlad. Ooh la la, I have a bread in my hand, but it's not just a bread. There's a surprise on the inside. This is Ciorbă de Fasole. It is a bean soup with smoked meat and all sorts of other vegetables in there. You can see them glowing orange and green on the inside, and then we also get a raw onion to eat with it. I know that Romania is known for their soups because they have so many ciorba soup options everywhere. Yeah, the beans, the carrots, the smoked ham. It feels like the medieval times in a bread bowl. Such a hearty soup. Let me try some raw onion. Must be served with it for a reason. Ooh. Gives it an oniony taste. I think that this soup is gonna be Chad's favorite, but I think between the two, I still like the tripe soup more. Yeah, this is like a type of soup that I'd want to put I don't know if this is weird, but on top of like a steak.
What, as a gravy?
Yeah, like a gravy. Yeah, exactly.
On Chad's steak, he wants to load it with beans,
Sure.
carrots, smoked ham.
I like heavy, hearty meals.
I think you should go live in the medieval times.
No, thank you. Not comfortable enough. I like my bread bowls. I doubt they had bread bowls back then.
We just stumbled into a nearby church that was so magnificent on the outside. The columns were all intricately carved, and when I walked in and looked around, it just felt like one of the most beautiful churches I've ever been in. There were blues and reds and yellows. It just felt like a world in its own.
It actually was from 1724, so it's a very historic church here. But I also wanted to share a few of my first impressions on the country of Romania. It is different. It feels different than like mainland Europe. There's so much history here that has impacted the people, the architecture, the food, that I'm just like, I feel like I'm learning just a lot. I'm trying to soak it all in, because in the US where you only have history that goes back, you know, a few hundred years, here when it's thousands and thousands of years, is really fascinating.
Yeah, there is such a sense of community here, and you can see it amongst the locals, and there's a slower pace of life, which I really enjoy. Coming from the States where everything is like hustle bustle, go 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 culture, it's nice to see people laying back, drinking some beer, drinking some wine, or pushing their stroller down the streets, not walking at a fast pace, but just leisurely, you know, taking in the ambiance. Yeah, so that's been just really cool to witness, and we can't wait to experience Romania even more. I think that cat's pregnant.
Oh yeah, it is. This is the only country I've ever been to that has cigarettes on the menu. Lots of options.
We got 2 little vials set on the table, and we are actually starting our next meal, I guess you could call it, with alcohol. So in my vial, I have Troică, which is a Romanian plum brandy that is known for its strong alcohol content. It is made from distilled plums and often enjoyed as an aperitif or during festive occasions. Today can be festive, why not? We are in Romania and we are celebrating us being here and my food poisoning going away. Okay, so I'm gonna drink half. That way you can try the other half.
Sure, yeah.
Bottoms up. Oh my. Yes, very strong indeed. Almost like a shot. A little bit sweet. I taste the plum. I feel the burn.
And here with my vial, I have palinka, which is made from plums, cherries, apricots. They mash it all together and make this little liqueur, and it's typically a digestive after meals. It comes from Hungary, but it's very popular here in Romania. I don't know why, I was expecting dessert wine. That's like a shot, but it is really good.
Now we know palinka too has a strong alcohol content. So if we don't already have enough alcohol on the table, we also got a beer just because we ran out of water, and the beer was cheaper than the water. So we are dehydrating ourselves a little bit more, but in a delicious way. This is the Ursus beer, I think that's how you say it. It is very good, nice and light, refreshing after the alcohol shots. But yeah, we're gonna have to drink water later. I wish you guys could smell this right now because it is so fragrant. In front of me, I have 3 mici or mitite. These are Romanian sausages that translate to little ones. So cute. They are a combination of 3 different kinds of meats. There's lamb, pork, and beef. They're grilled until they are juicy and slightly charred on the outside. It's served with some mustard right here. And I was specifically looking for a restaurant that wouldn't serve it with French fries because apparently, like, you should just always eat it on its own. That's what I've heard, at least. So I'm pleased that on the plate is just the mici, the mustard, and a couple pieces of lettuce. They are sizzling hot to the touch. Sizzling hot to the mouth. That is so good. This actually reminds me very much of the cevapi that we had over in Bosnia and Croatia and Montenegro. They all had little sausages that they love to eat. I guess this is essentially the Romanian version of it, although they're a little bit fatter. It's a very good sausage, so juicy on the inside. The mustard gives it a wonderful touch, that little bit of kick. According to the locals, there's nothing better than washing it down with some beer, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, that's really good. The beer with this.
To pair with our meat, we have salata de vineta, and this is a creamy eggplant salad. It is roasted eggplant that has been peeled and mashed, and it's combined with these chopped onions that you can see on top, as well as mayonnaise, sunflower oil, and also garlic. So very flavorful. And you always eat it with bread. I went heavy with the salata de vineta. It's almost like a lighter version of guacamole. And I think it's because it's got those onions in there, but the creaminess, it really reminds me of avocado, but with the taste of eggplant. Very fresh, very light. I think I almost prefer this over guacamole. It feels even lighter because it doesn't have the fattiness of the avocado.
I like it.
2 thumbs up.
3, 4 thumbs up. What's wrong?
This is not what I thought it was gonna look like. So, first of all, this is papanash. It's the Romanian donut, and I thought it would be like an actual donut with one of these donut holes on the top, like in the middle, and then just have sauce like drizzled all over it. They have plated it very differently here, which is okay. And
you'll allow it.
Is it okay? I don't know, I'm feeling some sort of way. Anywho, these are the donuts here. They asked us which kind of preserve we wanted on it. Did we want sour cherry or blueberry? Because those are the 2 options. We asked for the recommendation and she said sour cherry all the way. So here is sour cherry. And then, believe it or not, sour cream. Romanians must love sour cream because it seems to be on almost anything, including their desserts. You put the sour cream on it, the sour cherry, sour, and then you eat the donut. I cut one in half and it is so doughy on the inside. Like, it's not even bouncing back. It's just sticking together because it's so moist on the inside. I have a cherry, got the sour cream. It's sour, it's sweet, fruity, creamy, warm.
It's sour, it's cherry, it's warm. Got the creaminess in there.
It's cherry, says Chad.
Cherry delicious.
We've come to this bakery to try 2 Romanian pastries. And the first one that I have in my hand that's very warm is Covrigi. And this is a fried dough treat. It can be savory or sweet. At this bakery, they actually offer over 40 different topping options. We had a very hard time choosing which one because all of them sounded so good. We decided to go for the sweet side and we went with a cherry jam. I love how versatile it is. Like, it's really cool when you can go either savory or sweet with any sort of dish. And yeah, it's so simple but so tasty. Next up we have plăcintă, which is another Romanian pastry that can be eaten sweet or savory. We decided to go, actually I don't know if this is going to be sweet or savory. This can hold so many different ingredients. There was like potatoes, cheese, but we went with the pumpkin one. And so it could go either way. It could be sweet, it could be savory.
That's true.
We're in for a surprise. I'd say the sweet side.
Sweet side, okay.
Just barely sweet, you know? Almost like a toned down pumpkin pie.
Wow, that is so neat.
Yeah, very elegant flavor.
It actually could be a good like side to like a dish. In the center of downtown Bucharest is this famous fountain, I guess the Bucharest Fountains, which host this light show that has all of these bursts of water going up in the air. And apparently it starts at 9 p.m. and it's about 8:15 or 8:20 now. So we're gonna walk over there and go see the show, and I've been looking forward to it for quite some time, just because I've seen photos online and it looks actually pretty impressive. Let's see here, only 22 minutes until the show starts, and as the sun has been going down, it's been getting darker and darker, but the lights seem to be getting brighter and brighter. And it's just so beautiful. I'm actually so excited for the show. It's gonna be awesome.
Water show was like a 4D immersive experience, because if you sit close enough to the water, you actually get pretty wet.
Yeah.
We had to like back up a little bit just because our camera was getting soaked, but the kids surrounding us were going wild.
Yeah.
There was also this very cute Pomeranian that was watching the water show. I thought that was the cutest thing ever.
It felt so good because it is kind of warm out, so the mist. But then, yeah, it became a little bit much when we were like really getting wet. This was such a great start to our series here in Romania. And if you're interested in following along to see where we go next, then hit subscribe and join us as we travel to 50 countries around the world. And with all of that said, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.